What's up, savvy expats? So we are back in Greenbelt, Makati. We're gonna explore the shops and stores that we haven't seen yet in Greenbelt 4, as well as eat at a restaurant at the end of this video. So as always, if you want access to a community of expats as well as exclusive content, that'll all be in the link in the description down below. Alright, without wasting time, let's get into the video. And so right now, just walking through Greenbelt 3, and of course one of the main things that makes Greenbelt so unique is the nature aspect that's been incorporated into this mall. You don't see many malls here in the Philippines where it's both an indoor-outdoor style feel, where you can walk inside into the air-conditioned mall, check out the nice shops and stores, while at the same time you can enjoy the nature outside and all the greenery of the Philippines here. So a really beautiful aspect about here in Greenbelt Mall. They also have these beautiful palm trees going around here in Greenbelt 3, and also a fish pond with the fish here. So very interesting place, and this is what makes Greenbelt, in my opinion, one of the best malls in the Philippines.
Everything you use, I was surprised. I thought you put like...
Alright, so that coffee was great, a good jolt of energy, and by the way, that was a regular Starbucks, but they transformed it into a Starbucks Reserve by expanding it, so it's a lot bigger now. And also, they have a chapel here at Greenbelt, so as you can probably hear a little bit, I think they have a service going on right now and they're praying the rosary, so they also have a chapel here if you want to check that out. So one of the first things that I noticed about Greenbelt 4 compared to Greenbelt 5, Greenbelt 3 is that there's a lot more of the higher end shops and stores here. Again, Greenbelt is in the business district of Makati, so it's a lot more pricey here. They have a lot of upper class stores, so if you're coming here for the cost of living aspect here in the Philippines, then this may not be your cup of tea. And as for some of the brands that you have here, which by the way, forgive me for my pronunciation because it's probably going to be off, but you have a Prada, Cartier, Tiffany & Co, Da Vinci. So off the bat, immediately just walking in, you can see that it's a lot more of the expensive shops here at Greenbelt 4. So let's just walk around and show you guys everything that they have here. So those are all the shops that I was talking about down there. There's the Da Vinci, and then there's a Bottega. Very cool. Yeah, so a lot of purse shops, a lot of jewelry shops and stuff like that. Then down here, there's a Salvatore Ferragamo, and then that leads out from Greenbelt. There's a Burberry, a Tod's, and then a Gucci store right there. So those are all the shops here. And yep, so that was the inside of Greenbelt 4. A lot of the more posh upper class shops in there. And we're walking back outside, and the nice part again about Greenbelt is that you have all this greenery, the water and the ponds with the fish. So really beautiful place to walk around and just check out. And honestly, I understand that most of you guys probably wouldn't even care about these shops that are inside there, and neither do I really. I think they're nice, but at the end of the day, I really just like walking around Greenbelt and just enjoying the nature and the whole scenery of this area. And something I completely forgot to show you guys around was Greenbelt 3, the inside of Greenbelt 3 Mall. Now I actually think I was mistaken. It was this mall that was just recently renovated. So some of the stores that you would have here is a Bulgari, a Patek Philippe, Fendi, and then there's a Louis Vuitton. So even this part of Greenbelt has a lot of the more expensive stores and shops. So let's just walk around here and show you guys everything that they have. Like I said, the Bulgari, and then there's the Patek Philippe, the watch store. And then right over here is the Fendi. So we're gonna walk down here and see everything they have. Yeah, my bad guys. I thought that it was Greenbelt 4 that was recently renovated, but it's actually Greenbelt 3. As you can see, there's not many people walking around here. There's the watches right there. As you can see, there's the Louis Vuitton. There's a line going in there. So they have all like the jewelry, the purses, the clothing here. There's a whole line going in there. And actually I noticed guys that this Greenbelt 4, or Greenbelt 3 rather, has the strongest air conditioning. It's like a refrigerator in here, which is nice. Honestly, I don't pay attention to these stores. I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys, but they are nice stores. the last time. I actually never been in this mall, so it's my first time going inside of this part of Greenbelt. Yeah, so that's all at Greenbelt 3, I mean, and yeah, it doesn't take too long to explore. But we're gonna go up the escalator and see what other shops and stores they have up at Greenbelt 4. So in terms of some of the stores that I see up here on Greenbelt 4 immediately is an H&M and the Body Shop. I actually think that with Greenbelt, out of all the malls here in the Philippines, they offer the most foreign brands. Like as you guys saw down there, there was a Gucci, there was a Burberry, there was a Prada. So as you guys can see, Greenbelt offers a lot of the more foreign brands. Now, we're on a bridge, and as you guys can see, this connects Greenbelt 3 and Greenbelt 4. Alright, so all these expensive brands are really awesome. It's good that Greenbelt has all these options for brands overseas, but I want to show you guys some of the more affordable options which are just connected to here in Greenbelt. So you walk across the bridge that you have and right in front of me, and then that leads to Landmark and Glorietta, where there's more affordable options for you guys to check out. So there's a whole variety in the Greenbelt Makati area. And so we're just going to check out a little bit of the Landmark and Glorietta Mall. This right here is Greenbelt 4, the top of Greenbelt 4, and then you take a right and it leads to a bridge that will connect you from Greenbelt to Glorietta and Landmark. So here is the bridge right here. As you can see, it's a bridge that's overhead on the road here. Okay, and we're just gonna walk forward and cross over to Landmark and Glorietta. I will say this though, the big difference between Greenbelt and the brands in the US, like the same brands, Gucci, Burberry, all of that, is that here in the Philippines, there's actually guards guarding it. I've been seeing on the news lately, even like places where I'm from in Chicago, where they have that huge Burberry, that even those places are getting looted and robbed, which is honestly sad. I don't know why there's no guards there or something, but here in the Philippines, there's guards guarding the stores and everything. There in the US, it just seems like it's all havoc and destruction. People just looting, running amok in the US. I don't know, gotta get it together there. It's very sad. Alright, walking into Landmark now. As you can see, there's a lot of flip-flops, sandal options here. There's some jewelry options here too. And then we're just gonna walk forward, and that should lead us to Glorietta. We also have some purses here too. One thing I really like about Greenbelt is that the guards here are a lot less strict. And it's actually surprising because at Greenbelt, they have more expensive brands, so you'd think that they'd be more uptight about recording and about, you know, masks and face shield. But here, they're not as strict. If you compare it to SM Aura, they're pretty strict over there when it comes to face shields, masks, and recording. So we are exiting this area in Landmark. Okay, so now we're here on the other side of Landmark Glorietta. This is Catherine's Cafe. This is one of our favorite restaurants here in Makati, if not our favorite restaurant that we most consistently go to here, which is Catherine's. I really like the chicken and waffles here. My dad, he gets the barbecue ribs, and then they also have a good like spinach dip. So I recommend the food at Catherine's. Delicious. As you can see off the bat, Landmark and Glorietta is more crowded than Greenbelt, obviously because we're in a more enclosed space, but there's also a lot of vendors down there too. Yeah, so more crowded here. I remember the first time we were here in Makati, we were staying at BSA Towers, and me and my brother, we were just walking around here, and because it was our first time here in Landmark and the malls are so much bigger than some of the malls we have in the US, we got lost. we couldn't even find our way back. There you can see a Shakey's. This is Buffalo Wings and Things. Oh my gosh. Every time I pass by McDonald's, it's like McDonald's has a perfume that they spray all over the store. It's just the best smell. You can smell the fries. And then they also have an El Pollo Loco down there, which is actually surprising. That right there is an El Pollo Loco. And it's a nice mall. I like this Christmas tree. Take a look at that. That's very nice. And we won't spend too much time here in the Glorietta Landmark area because we still have a lunch to eat at. We're gonna go eat in a bit. There's a Nike here. But let's actually walk downstairs and see all the vendors that they have down here. Yeah, so nice Christmas decorations. Starting to near Christmas, so the Philippines, you guys already know that they're festive about this. Beautiful Christmas tree, very tall. And then they have like clothing and jewelry options right here. I can guarantee you that these are a lot cheaper than the ones that you have in Greenbelt 4. They have purses here. It seems like a lot of these stores are for women. Yeah, like all these stores are for women. Up there, they have a Starbucks. Yeah, so guys, comment down below. If you were to visit this area, which place would you check out first? Greenbelt or Glorietta and Landmark? I want to know your guys' opinions. This is a watch store here. Yeah, so that's pretty much the first floor of the landmark area. Something I didn't notice earlier was that they have a Rolex store here. So you have a lot of variety, like I said, here in Greenbelt and in Landmark. And so now we're gonna go head back to Greenbelt. There's the watches. Let's get a close-up of these watches. What do you guys think? Rolexes. I know Rolex is probably the most popular watch brand in the world. So there is a Longines watch too there. Now we're gonna go head back to Greenbelt. Alright guys, so we are eating at the Sala Bistro. The nice part about this place is that they have indoor and outdoor dining, but because it's a nice day out today, we're going to be eating al fresco. For starters, we're going to have some bread. This looks great. And then they also have some butter with this bread. In the US, there's a restaurant that we always used to eat at called Carrabba's. The last time I probably had butter on bread as an appetizer was in the US at Carrabba's. Just spread this. Looks delicious. Just simple bread and butter. Delicious.
Oh no, thank you.
Thank you. So our food arrived. I got the Wagyu burger and fries. My sister got the cordon bleu. My dad got a steak. And my little brother got the duck confit. And my mom got a salad. But I'm excited to dig into this Wagyu burger and see if it's actually real Wagyu. Alright, I'll be the judge of this. So far, it looks good. The burger looks juicy. As you can see, there's some pickles. There's some pickles there, some ketchup, some caramelized onion, cheese, mayo at the bottom, and lettuce and tomato. Alright, let's dig into this. I wasn't expecting that the burger meat would be that soft and tender. It's kind of fatty. I got this medium rare, so the flavor is delicious. When you bite into normal burgers, there's usually like some sort of crunch on the edge of the patty, but this one is just like all soft in between. If you eat a Wagyu steak, it's like chewing through butter. So this is like the exact same thing. It's like I'm not even eating meat. It's just like eating straight butter. It's fatty and it's just super super easy to bite through. Now I'm gonna try my brother's duck confit. You can see the edge is crispy on the outside. Let's try a bite of this duck confit. Yeah, the skin and the meat of this duck confit is just like so tender. It melts in your mouth. It's delicious. What I like about it most is there's a crispy skin on the outside. That's what really makes it. Yeah, and so as you guys can see, the burger is really medium rare. Another bite. And then some of those fries. Dip in the ketchup.
Yeah. No one will ever beat Nathan's.
Maybe it wasn't as good cooked.
As you guys can see, the fries, it's a thick cut. The inside or the outside is somewhat crispy, not that crispy, and then the inside is starchy, potatoey.
I thought that was your starter salad.
I like my fries crispy, so this fries, not my favorite.
It was Mexican.
If you want some love, just let me know.
So there you have it, Savvy Expats. That is the Greenbelt tour and also a meal at Sala Bistro. Would I go back to Sala Bistro? No, I didn't really like the food that much. It was just alright. And I feel like the Wagyu burger wasn't true, authentic, real Japanese style Wagyu. So it was just okay. And so if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.